Hello everybody and welcome back to the League of Europe channel. We are back for F1 22. Whoopee.
Is that the big intro?
Yeah, that's the big intro. We are for Lobby 5. We're here for Lobby 5 today, and I am RJ. We have Nolan as well.
Back in the I think, have we done comms before? Was it for F2?
We might have done it a while ago.
Maybe once.
Yeah.
Big shout out though to Robbing Wesseling, who is not home. But thank you for letting everybody know that you will not be taking part in the race tonight.
Yep. And we have 19 drivers, which is, I mean, we'd hope for a full grid for an evaluation race, but it's not the worst in the world. We've had worse in other lobbies. So, drivers are just coming around for their not their formation laps, their out laps now, and we'll pick someone to go on board with. Anyone in particular?
I think we should go on board with Jav.
Oh yeah, okay.
Let's
Jav.
go on board with Jav. Jav told. Oh, is
Yeah.
He's too scared. he knew as well that I was going to do it. That's why. We'll go on board with Jess.
Right. Let me. I've got
We
to
get
find.
to listen to her commentary all week, so we'll watch a race.
My brain's not working. I can't find. There we go. Right. There's my mini brain meltdown for not realising where the names are. But yeah, we're going on board with Jess as she's about to come up to start her lap. Going very slowly through the front. There's about 7 cars in that penultimate corner. As Jess now rounds the final corner. Do you want to go through it, or do you want me to do it?
I don't want to go through it.
Right.
Turn 1, turn 2.
Yeah. Right. Okay. We'll Jess starts her lap now. Start finish line halfway down that straight. Braking into turn 1. Very nicely through there into through turn 2 now down into turn 3. Very good so far from Jess. Very clean. Nicely over the curb there into turn 4. 5 as you come up to the first sector split.
Down into second, that's brave.
Yeah, 23.7 through the first sector, so that's pretty solid. As Jess comes onto the back straight now, it opens DRS, and long straight. If you run 0-0 wings down here, it would be very, very interesting. As she brakes hard into the Mistral chicane now, and gets it stopped very nicely. Very good on exit. That was a very nice chicane. Onto the second half of the Mistral straight now.
I'm sorry. I was just reading Larkin go off in the gen chat.
I'll have to see that in a minute.
Announce whether you're turning up to races because Larkin's on a rampage.
Yeah. Moment to everyone, that one. As Jess coming through the final sector now, through turn... I've forgotten the corner. It's turn 12. Turn 13 this, slight little right, and now into the final 2 corners. So swing it left into a hard right hairpin. Very nicely done from Jess down into second gear. And opens DRS onto the pit straight. And where is this going to put her? It is going to put her in 7th for now. She's going to let other drivers go through.
I'm a bit quiet, so I'm going to move my mic like this. See if that's any better. People don't normally complain about me being too quiet. It's a new one for me.
It's probably because I'm on the Elgato. But
and would you look who's on his outlap?
Oh,
it's Ariel Jav. We'll be on board with you soon, Jav. You can't escape the on board. I tell you what, this is interesting. Like seeing old school in the lobby 5. I know he's not putting as much time into it now, but
he has also gone onto the wheel as well. So it could be very interesting.
No assist, I think.
Yeah. So completely shaking it up. So
and we've seen a few drivers do that. I think I remember Ivory Mike.
Yeah.
Was like a solid D3 driver, and he went no assists straight down to D5. Like, it is not easy at all. So that's not taking the mick.
No, you've got to put a lot of time in when you go no assist. It's to be good. You've got to put a lot of time in. But we do have Jav about to start his lap in the Alfa Romeo, which I think will be a very, very popular car this season. I've
actually not used it.
It's very good, I think. Oh, and that is Jav's lap over already.
Right, well, we'll not watch anymore, Jav. We'll not watch. anymore. Microphone, right? Apparently my mic is still low. Is that any better?
It sounds fine to me, but it's probably something on my end.
Well, we'll try that anyway. We'll see what happens. If you're not hearing me, you're not missing out on too much. My wheel knowledge is limited. I bring the vibes to commentary. Ross will bring the facts.
Ah, there's no facts here.
And the facts are that I got cheated out of a win last race. But that's neither here nor there.
That was a well spent £10.
D5 is always a weird one, isn't it? Because you never quite like you see like names that you've seen before.
Yeah.
But especially on a new game, you have no idea what you're going to get half the time. So.
Yeah, and especially with this game, the cars are just completely different. So names of drivers with pace just goes completely out the window, really. So yeah, as you said, old school down here. Harinawag is down here. He was in D3 on the last game.
In the evaluation races, actually, he didn't look too bad. So
Yeah.
There's a few names where, obviously, we've got the 2 evaluation races before the season starts. I would expect to see people like him and maybe as he got to an overtake in the pit. I would expect to see people like him, probably Mark, over the course of the season improve. I could see Mark by the end of the season probably being up there towards D4 pace, maybe even higher. But it depends how long it takes to pick the thing up.
Yeah, and I think, well, depending on the results of this race, I reckon there'll be quite a lot of movement into next week to see how people stack up. But yeah,
I say Ibo to D1 personally.
Ibo deserves to be in D1 on reputation alone.
I know he owns this division. This is his division. This isn't Lobby 5. This is Lobby Ibo.
Exactly.
This is Ibo's world, and we're all just living in it.
I mean, he is the only driver in LOE so far to have a whole race named after him. So
that is true. Obviously, this race, this game, we will not be having an Ibo Grand Prix, sadly.
As far as we know.
Unless the world changes again. But for now, there is no Ibo Grand Prix planned for the calendar. That was a one-off.
Yeah.
If you didn't see it, if you weren't there at the time, you've missed out. But I think we've only got one driver on a lap, and that's the person currently sat in last, the McLaren driver EDA. That means something else, but I don't know.
Let's go with. I don't want to say Brom.
Erotic displays of affection.
let's go with T Brom, I guess. Oh, that was very close to contact with one of the Mercedes there. Well, the only Mercedes, I think. As T Brom comes round the final corner onto the start-finish straight. What's this lap going to be? This will be. I would have thought this would be fairly high up the board, and he goes 5th, so fairly solid lap.
That's not too shabby.
No.
Robertson has just started a lap. He's the first of these runners. He's in like the first of this like queue that we've just got of everyone starting their out lap. So Robertson's a driver. He's pulled out pace before. I've seen it before. He's just a bit inconsistent.
Yeah, this is the return of Robertson. I can't remember the last time he actually raced in LOE.
I think he missed a season, but I remember him. I do remember him before.
Yeah.
I remember shouting his name because it's in capitals.
He was. Oh, and he spun.
And he'll be shouting for help because he's just pretty much almost binned it. Very tough corner. If you've got low ride out as well, you're going to lose it a lot there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do run. What else have we got?
Just, I don't want to say, Robertson is one of the originals of LOE.
Roberts,
yeah. So to have him back, and there's a lot of people from the start of LOE that have come back this season, so that's good to see. And we're getting the new ones in as well. So league's just growing and growing, which is really,
you could say
really good to see.
Either grow or fade. You could say. you could say that maybe.
You could.
What's
definitely
United
could.
Bosnia doing down here? He's so. I swear he goes through periods, of looking like he could be top of D3.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely, he was on what? Was he in D4? The last couple of seasons, I can't remember, but he's
he was in D4, but I remember him being near the top. Like his lap times
pace,
all week when he practices were always really good, and then something never quite worked out in the race. But at the moment, it's AlphaTauri domination. No one in the 30s yet. This is the first. Oh, I'm actually saying that Bram's got very, very held up by some Aston Martin. He's caught him.
Oh, United Bosnia. United Bosnia is, well, unless the Delta's lying to me, a second up. So he was purple in the middle sector, so we'll have to wait and see what he does at the end of this lap. But he's coming through. Oh, and he's spun as I've said that. I've got the commentator's curse today. But he was on a really good lap there. That could have been definitely into the 30s.
We have got a 30.
Oh, we have now. As Timepia has gone into the 30s on provisional P1. He was D3 last season. Pretty quick driver when I raced against him, but obviously it's a new game. Have to see.
It's a bassy engine, isn't it? I've not used it yet. It sounds like they're going slower than they are.
I've not listened to it yet. That's.
Oh, I'm an engine nerd. I'm seeing a lot of Auto Gears here, joining the gang. We love to see that. Auto Gears ROP. Before anyone tells you otherwise, Harry is, according to the Delta, 4 attempts up on his time already, halfway through the lap. So this could be interesting.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. He's currently on a 32 flat, which is, I mean, it's got him into P9 for now, but there's definitely some more time in a lot of these people's laps. So as he comes through the final sector, this corner is so difficult, turn 12, but it's just about getting through it most of the time. As he's done that very nicely. So into the final 2 corners now. Just keep it to the left and flick it into the hairpin, and third gear on the exit. That's very nice.
It's a very good exit, that, actually. It's probably better than half of mine.
And up to the line, 31.2. He goes third, so very good lap.
8 attempts up on his time before, so... France is one of those where you do build confidence. Right? I remember my first lap, every single time at France, the first corners I take so slowly.
Yeah.
You gain so much in Sector 1 every time you go back out, so...
Yeah,
It's a confidence track.
Yeah. Turn 2, you just want to make sure you get through there on the first go, so... It's, yeah, once the further through the session, once the grip's there, it's just... The first sector feels so good at the end of the session, terrible at the start, so...
I'll tell you what, we're coming close to the end of the session, and Jav is still yet to set a time. He'll be hoping, he's going back into the pits as well, so he's clearly done something. He'll be hoping for a bit better.
Yeah, that
anyone on a
lap? I think there are a lot of people on outlaps. Anyone that's in the pit I would assume would be coming out now.
Might be starting one, I want to say.
I think Ippo's on a lap. Maybe he's on an in lap actually. You said Swip, so let's go.
Ghost Recon has joined.
Oh, he's here.
Ghost Recon.
He's here.
He commentated my infamous USA race. With the safety car.
Swip is actually 2 temps up in the first sector, so.
Oh, Swip. He's a proper good org, you know.
And the newest member of the org team as well.
Yeah, so. But he's just like proper organised.
Yeah.
Gets you told as well.
Yeah, great addition to the org team.
They could be a great addition to D5 as well, because this time at the moment it's still 2 temps up, but for all we know, he had a very poor Sector 3 last time, so...
Who knows?
Division 5 as well, quality times will matter in the evaluation races. They're a very good way of showing whether you've got just the initial pace in you, because we do know LOE does love its quali merchants. I'm notorious for being a quali merchant. Ruin it in the race. So we'll see whether that's the case here. But yeah, if you get a good quality time, your race can go a little bit more poorly as long as you show you've got the pace in you. He's taking the last corner very, very carefully. It's not too bad. 32.1. It's actually not moved him, strangely enough. He's gained 3.5 attempts. He's in the same position, which will be probably quite frustrating. And he's not going to have time to do another lap, I don't think.
Yeah, but there's only 2 minutes left in the session. If he backs off now and he could potentially save enough ERS, but the tyres are going to be completely dead.
Fuel as well.
Yeah. So it's all dependent on what Swip's actually put into the car.
And I tell you what, last game he'd have been in a very good spot right now.
Yeah.
P11, especially at France, would have been saying that's possibly pole position, but we don't have that anymore this year. We don't have the alt strat. Isn't really that good.
Yeah, there's someone that lived off the All Strat for a few seasons.
How could that be?
It's yeah.
Could that be fraud in their results?
Exactly.
Waiting for the safety cars.
Yeah. Safety car season 5.
D5 especially. Well, Lobby 5 I should say. We're not Division 5 yet. Just having a clean race will prove a lot. Obviously, this is you're trying to show the orgs your pace. You're trying to show what division you should be in with how fast you are.
Yeah.
But a lot of drivers we see not quite as fast as everyone else in the lobby, but they don't make mistakes and they gain a lot more points. As Serial Killer's the first to retire. That's him done
Out
for this
on track.
session.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
second
and
one, Ben Gallagher, who's just going to come around the last corner. It's looking like an alright lap time. It could be a 31, I want to say.
Ben Gallagher, let's have a look.
It is a
Yeah.
low 31. It's putting him in P3, which is just
Yes.
one person in the 30s at the moment.
It's getting very close at the top as well. But Time Pierre just seems to have that bit of an edge at the moment, and he's gone for another lap right now.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, it's invalidated. But yeah, Bram on console is looking quite quick, but he just seems to make a few mistakes. So he could be one to look out for in the race.
Yeah. So we do have Jav on our lap, so we have found him, and he's just gone straight on at the chicane.
Oh.
Had to ruin the fun.
Had he already invalidated, maybe?
I don't even know.
But he's not last.
At the moment.
Ghost Recon. Is he? What is?
Oh,
I've got on board a Ghost Recon. What is going on with his car?
That would be internet.
I might have to send an at.
Yeah. There's a lot going on my screen when I'm bored with him. Oh.
I'm being told for you to turn me up in the party chat. Apparently, that might work.
Right, I will look at doing that.
Do you want to give the people what they want?
I'll do it after quali. We do have Harry on a lap now. He's down to 8th, so people are setting the laps, getting them in. United Bosnia has jumped all the way to 5th, and Harry Nawag has spun, coming out of turn 11. Very common mistake round here, and he's going to start 8th at best. We do have a few more coming round. I think there's an Aston Martin, who I think must be Rumpelfugly. Is that how you say? Yeah.
Well, just be careful what you say.
Yeah, and that's not one I've seen before.
We might have to ask.
He's gone up to 15th.
We might have to ask Ghost Recon to leave.
Oh, and Jav is now last. Yeah, and I will give it 2 seconds, and I shall sort out party order. Because I forgot I can do that. Let's try that. That should do. And that is the end of quali. So that should be, yep, timeshare on pole. And he said he got blocked anyway. So
yeah, he was going to improve in his time by quite a lot, and sadly,
yeah,
car just parked in front of him.
Yeah. So he got blocked and he was up by a lot, and he still got pole by 3.5 attempts. So that could be. Let's see if he can back it up in the race. We have Bram on console in 2nd, Ben Gallagher in 3rd, Connor O'Keefe in 4th. Very tight in this kind of 2nd to about 8th. We have Unite Bosnia, Ben Scott, T-Brum, Harry Nawag, Sironti. Yeah, I'm terrible with names, and I did not catch the rest. as we will see it on the starting grid anyway.
Because you're a terrible commentator.
I am dreadful. It had nothing to do with me turning your volume up, but
100% not. Well, the people want to hear.
exactly.
They want to hear
exactly.
the angelic voice, the best from the northwest. That's what they want to hear, mate.
Exactly.
The Northern Stallion.
And I can now guarantee it's going to be too loud.
Oh yeah, I could just move my mic away though a little bit, if I need to.
No,
I'll tell you what. I will listen to the stream and see if I can hear myself
fantastic.
speaking.
Perfect. So I will. Yeah. So new addition to this game. If you've watched anything about this game, you probably know anyway.
That's better.
They actually park their cars on the grid, which is, I mean, if you're me, it's very easy. But some people have messed it up.
I do want to say, I don't think it makes too much up. Maybe I kind of like this actually. It won't make too much of a difference because it comes so early.
Yeah.
I'm thinking at tracks with a longer run, it'd probably make more of a difference. Obviously, it's just easier if you get it right, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, you still have to get a good start by doing it.
I think Gary could start half a mile more forward, and he's still going to drop back positions on the start. So
yeah, like it means nothing if you just get a bogged down in first gear anyway. So
that's not like Codemasters making mini changes that don't change much at all. That wouldn't be them.
Nah, never. And also the pit stop feature, which is, I think, a decent addition. Doesn't actually affect much once again, but especially online. But
I can see someone will mess it up at some point.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that I don't like is that it's random. It does
yeah.
You don't know if you're getting 2.3 or 2.5, which is a bit strange. But
online, it should fix it to 2.2.
I hope it does, because on my team, my wheels stuck half the time, and then I'm raging at my Brazilian mechanics. But look at the tyres. Very popular this year is the hard medium, mainly due to the fact that the medium, the lap that you pit is disgusting. The outlap is disgusting, and I'd much rather spend that outlap on the mediums and the hards.
Yep.
This lobby don't seem to be aware of that, as they have all gone for the mediums. I suspected Mark would go for the hards, and he has. You'll see it a bit more in the higher divisions. Hard to medium. On one hand, we were saying how good it is that you can't just alt-strat your way to the front.
But everyone's alt-stratting.
On the other hand, nearly every single race is going to be medium hard or hard medium. So, enjoy that.
As we were saying, it's...
Well...
Yeah. As we were saying, it's not... Well, yeah, Timepierre has messed up the grid slot parking, and he has been moved back.
I'm going to call him easy, because I'm going to get that wrong and look like a racist. So I'm going to say easy.
Yeah.
This race, my predictions, I'm going to say Jav first, Ibo second, and Ghost Recon in third.
That is one hell of a prediction. Now, if I can actually... if it actually lets me spectate the right people, there we go. And they are already away. That was it gave me a very...
And it's a good start as well from Bram.
Yeah.
Because he was closer on the grid, but... They've got a much better start than everyone else.
And there's someone stopped on the grid. I think that's Ben Scott. I don't know if he got back into his car or not, but it is moving slightly now. But yeah, Bram has taken the lead off the start.
As Harry and Syria going side by side now. Good clean driving that we'll like to see from the start.
As Harry's got the inside round turn 6. And
this is really good.
Oh, he's just going to hold on to that. No.
He put his ERS on too early.
Oh.
It's still on. Turn it off.
And
Turn the ERS off.
He's got it going again, though, and that's the main thing. The inside of that corner is not fun.
It's still on. Oh, no. Right, we'll go near the front again.
We have Connor O'Keefe right on the back of Timepierre for second. Bram's kind of got away at the start. 5 tenths is a decent gap with these cars, especially this year. Well, obviously this year, but it's a lot harder, I think, to pass, especially with DRS, than it has been in previous years, and it's a lot harder to stay with cars because dirty air actually exists on this game. whereas it hasn't on previous games. So yeah, Timeshare trying to get back near Bram, but that was an interesting line from Ben there, trying to get on the back of Connor.
Connor's got a run here, sorry, on easy, and he's going to get into second place. He's looked really comfortable on these mediums the first lap. As yet the move is completed, he's up into P2, and now he's going to try keeping DRS for this lap before it gets
there's a spin.
Ben's gone as well.
Yeah, Ben round at the exit of turn 2, very easily done if you take too much curve on the inside. And he's dropped right down the field into 13th place now. So he was up in 4th. He's now down there.
Connor has been overtaken again.
If I can...
Maybe made a mistake coming out of turn 6. He's already on 60% now. I think we'll see this a lot in the lower divisions. People not managing their ERS as well as they could do.
Yeah.
Get a bit eager to overtake at the start, but if anyone of watching the stream, it is important to note this is an evaluation race. Where you finish, it doesn't. It matters to an extent, but if you spin, for instance, we will just look at how fast you've been.
Yeah.
For instance, Mark right there, who was doing donuts for us all, and he resets on track. He should know better, and he should be banned.
All right, yeah.
Immediately.
I expect.
From League of Europe.
I expect better. That's appalling. That is from one of the most experienced drivers in this league. That is to reset on track. Wow.
In the actual race, I'm sure he would be banned immediately from League of Europe. But for now, like we said, we are just showcasing our pace a little bit. So if you do spin, everyone can record their what's it called at the end? Race directory. That's the one.
Yeah.
And show what your pace has been like. As we're still got AlphaTauri 1-2 for now, with the Ferrari just behind, and they've almost dropped the McLaren, which will not be good for them because they're already... Look at everyone's DRS already. Jeez.
Yeah, they're very low off the start. What? Start of lap 3?
10%?
Oh my god. And Ghost Recon has spun at the exit of turn 2. So that is him with... Well, going back to the back of the field as Ben Scott sets the fastest lap of the race in P20.
Well, that's what we were saying before.
Yeah.
If he'd have left, we'd have never known he could have pulled that out the bag. So
exactly, and we have a Haas off the track. I think that's Robertson, and now they're trying to go 3 wide down the straight. Robertson, Swip, and United Bosnia on the inside of them all, and somehow Robertson has managed to keep the position, and we have another yellow flag, and I think that is Rumpel in the Aston has had a spin at the chicane. But United Bosnia has managed to make 2
side by
positions
side, sorry, Robertson and United Bosnia.
Yeah.
This is a scary place to go side by side. Robertson's actually backed out a bit there, which is smart to see. Is he going to send it? He's thinking about it. And we already have a red flashing light. That is serial killer. Who we noted earlier. I don't think he knew his ERS was on.
Oh, and Robertson's nearly gone back into the back of United Bosnia, struggling a bit on those hards, but... Oh, no, he's not on the hards. It's Swip on the hards, sorry. As Ghost Recon has now left the session. Whether that is from him deciding to leave or his internet deciding to leave, we'll find out in a minute. But yeah, Robertson not having the greatest times on these mediums. Let's go back up to the front of the field. We have Connor O'Keefe driving very far off track there at turn 5. But he is on the back of Bram, within the DRS range. Whether he's close enough to make an overtake, we have another yellow flag.
Hey, Jav's up into P7.
He is, actually. Let me put the position gained on. Jav is up 13 positions.
And this is what we're saying. He's the best on the game.
Now, we remember the last time he drove around France?
I do.
As do I.
But for now...
For now, he is doing alright. But he was also doing alright for a very long time in that race. So. As Robertson picks up a time penalty, we also have Ibo with a time penalty.
Slight reminder, Jav, if you are watching, you do not get any RS back. Calm down. But Jesse Lingard is just ahead of him in P6.
Yeah, Jay Hings, that is going to be... He will get called Jay Ling so much in commentary.
It's Jesse Hingard, this is his long lost brother. Very fast, up and coming talent. future prospect for the club.
Yeah.
Where is Jesse going this season? I want to say West Ham. I'm going to say West Ham this season.
Well, Jay Hings is doing a very good job so far in P6. He's in DRS range of Harry Nawag in front.
So Connor's been very impressive.
Yeah, and he's still right on the back of Bram. I wonder whether he's just close enough this time around. He made a mistake through this sequence of corners last lap, but he is a lot closer this time around. So is he going to go for a move down into turn 8? DRS open. Is he close?
What wings has Bram got?
Whoa!
Oh, he's using.
Yeah. And
we're alright. For a minute there, I thought we had a 0-0 wing merchant on the team, but as we have another yellow flag, but with who, Chris Kamara, that is Rumpel, I want to say?
Yeah, it is. And we also have Ibo letting drivers through at the back. He needs that.
Ibo and Mark is the fight I never knew I needed.
Oh, do you know what? Connor looked to the inside of turn 11 there.
I think he's giving him a little scare.
Yeah, he really dove to the inside, dove straight back out. But he's really pushing him, trying to get him to make a mistake. Whether he goes for it into the final corner, we'll have to wait and see. He can just slingshot round, and he's had a look for it.
That is promising though, because we would see in the lower divisions a lot of the time you just go to the back of them. So
yeah.
It's nice to see them knowing damage is off and still being careful. As these two other drivers that have pulled away from the rest of the grid. I didn't actually see what happened to Easy in 10th, but
yeah,
he showed that he's got the pace at least.
Yeah, he had a bit of a scruffy start, but he dropped down a few. But I didn't see him drop down to 10th. But these two at the front are just driving away from the rest of the field at this moment in time.
It's been very comfortable driving, and I say that Bram's just had a little shake, but
yeah,
you'll see Division 1 drivers having a little shake there. It's a very difficult corner.
Yeah. I had a lot of moments for that corner.
Is he going to send it?
He's a bit closer, and I don't think Bram's using as much. But yeah.
What's that a warning? That's the question.
It should be.
So if Ben Gallagher gets up into 7th, cheeky little DRS overtake there as Jav now 17% ERS. Don't think he's got a streamer anymore. Like we said, we've also got a Haas in 4th and 10%, and a McLaren on 14%. So ERS management not at its finest here, but I will say I was told rumours of D1 drivers derating after lap 3. So
yeah, it's just a thing that happens in every division, I think.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
It's very, very close, this corner. Sorry that we're not looking at everything else, but this is essentially we want to see who the fastest drivers are early on, and these two are the fastest drivers at the moment.
Bram is using again. He's on 27%.
I think Connor knows he is as well, because Connor stopped using.
Yeah, he didn't use much down that straight at all. And then he still gained a fair bit. And they are just pulling away from T-Brum in 3rd, just being out of the DRS.
I could be wrong on this, because I'm not too sure on how realistic it is online. Have they got the feature where if you're under 10%, your car is slower? You don't have as much engine power, or is that not a thing?
I do not know.
Because I'm thinking, if so, the drivers behind 3rd and 4th, they're on such a low ERS.
Yeah.
As Bram is used again. And they're both kind of similar, to be fair. This is interesting to think of when they come up to the pits.
Ooh, Connor got a good exit.
Every single year, he has got a very good exit, and he's taken off the ERS. Every single year, the undercut has been mental. But this year, because of the tyre temps, as Bram, look at that red flashing light, that's going to be inviting for Connor. Oh, no way, he's going to put this off.
No way.
Oh, you cheeky boy.
Oh,
he stuck it. It's nice clean racing, though. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, this is great racing, and Bram's giving him the room. Is he going to go around the
on,
outside?
Oh, this game.
Wow, how he's held that with the contact model. That's normally an instant spin. So how Connor's held that's pretty impressive. But he's got
a bit of respect showing as well. They're leaving at each other. I think he's kind of almost let off to let him catch back up.
Yeah.
They both could have done something a little bit better there. It would go down as a racing incident. I think Bram could have left a bit more room, but also Connor didn't really need to go for the move.
No.
He had DRS. So,
Yeah.
either way, they've not lost too much. Same positions. The cars behind haven't caught up too much.
Yeah, Connor pretty much had him exactly where he wanted him. Went for it, didn't pay off, but he's in a good position again because Bram is still, it's about 12% or something like that.
I mean, there's not much
Connor's down there as well.
Is he going to send it here? This is a danger. He's gone really deep. He's gone really, really deep.
How is he holding this? This is, wow, that is ridiculous. How he's held that twice. That is pretty much the same thing that's happened twice, and he's held it both times.
Something to remember is they would not have a wing
Yeah.
in the race, but people make mistakes. My parents did, and here I am. So we'll forgive them for now. We'll try see if anything else is going on, but there's not. There's like 1 or 2 second gap between everyone. I guess we've got Swip and Jess. We'll give them a little bit of screen time.
As
Easy makes another mistake. He's left the session.
Yeah.
That's not what we want to see.
He had a spin, I think, on the last lap, and then
that is not what we want to see. And that's a shame as well because he looked quite quick.
Yeah. Oh, I think Roberts just made a mistake. He was right behind Swip and Jess, and now he's 2 seconds back, so he's just made a little error coming through turn 12. But we do have Swip making the move on the inside of the final corner and getting DRS from Jess. So he's pulled a blinder there. He's already a second up the road. So great move from Swip. He now moves up into P12. We have another yellow flag, and that is United Bosnia around the exit of turn 2. So yeah, a lot of spins going on with the field, as you might expect for a new game. And I don't know, a lot of ERS usage as well. So as Connor's actually got through. Oh, Connor has got through into the lead.
This is really good. Here we are. Well, I mean, look at the ERS level.
They are both derating. And
we're coming close to pit as well, so
yeah.
They're going to be thinking about that. But this is a dangerous corner because people take it differently all the time. It's Jess and Robertson is somewhere off the track. Something's happened at the chicane there. I'm not too sure what. But Jess is in P12. Obviously in League of Europe, top 12 get points.
Do we mention?
Good for me because I don't get P10.
Yeah. I think we should probably mention we're including 3 sprint races this season, which will be interesting.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Sadly, they've decided to do them at tracks which I am rubbish at. But actually, no, one's at France. So there you go. And we've all found out I'm better than RJ at France. He just gets fraud wins. So,
and I agree with that. So.
Technically you're a race winner.
I know, it's the only one I'm getting.
We don't count it as an evaluation. You are a League of Europe race winner.
Again.
It is certified. I'm a League of Europe race winner, but it may have been a endurance race when I frauded my way into a Ferrari somehow. But either way,
there we go.
As Bram, he's literally was on no ERS for that whole straight, you know.
Yeah, and actually, as he picks up a 3-second time penalty as well, Connor it's got about 5% more, but they're not using it at this point because why would you use when you're derating? It's a bit silly to do that. But Bram picks up a penalty. Where is Jav? Has Jav come into the pits or is he had a spin? Let's have a look. Jav has pit. Yeah, Jav has pit.
Early pit, but he's pit onto the hards, I guess.
Yeah.
When did I pit? I pitted lap 14, so that would have been 13 laps on the mediums.
I did 12, so it's.
I mean, you didn't do many laps. The hards aren't going to be great by the end.
They won't. Yeah, the tyre wear on the hards though you don't notice it, so it'll be a far.
Depends what your pressures are.
Yeah. I mean, if they're on max, you've messed up from the start.
If they're on max, this is on you.
Yeah.
But for now, you'd suspect he's going to undercut a fair few people.
Yeah, and it's it's a good call. If you're gonna try and undercut, you have to go really early on this game because if
Well,
it's
yeah,
like
for
1,
now,
2
for
laps,
instance, it's not going to look the best because his first lap on those hards will be terrible.
Ooh.
As Connor's picks up a penalty.
Yeah, went wide at turn 6. Very easy
That's
to
a front
do.
two, both with penalties. You can see how much they're pushing.
Yeah, and Ram is back in DRS, and he might go for it this time. Actually, up the inside of the chicane.
Is this a repeat? Or he's done this a lot cleaner than Connor's attempt. Fair play to him, and Connor stays ahead.
Oh,
That was that Max Verstappen in a Ferrari that we just saw.
pretty much.
Slams the door on Bram. I mean,
we
nothing.
have-
He didn't really do anything. Bram did have the room. I don't know why he went off.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. He did squeeze him,
It
but
was a harsh defence, but it was legal.
plenty of That was perfect defending, I think. As
10
Robertson,
seconds?
that is wow. That he had a spin down at turn 5 or 6, and I'm assuming he's just cut the track at the exit of 7 onto the straight. But as we have Connor into the pits, yeah. So
now we're going to see what it's like because normally you'd say great move by Connor,
yeah,
the undercut, but his outlap is not going to be the best on those hards. We'll actually probably, if you don't mind, go on board with him when he comes out just to showcase what the hards are like.
yeah, when he's
Cold.
already out the pit the pit box, so good stop. Obviously, you get pretty much
good
good
pit
stops
by the
in
Ferrari,
yeah.
Mick. I refuse
Yeah.
to believe it.
As
But there is. We'll go on board with him and see what it's like.
as he comes
Let's
out
come up just
behind his
Bosnia.
teammate, yeah.
Well, this could work out quite well for them if they work together, but you're going to see how gentle it. Look at this.
It's
You have to nurse the car, and that's going to be like this the whole lap as well.
like having an F2 car for a sector. It's just
Well, this is
painful.
exactly why I like to do the hard and medium, because these are going to take a whole lap to warm up, and this is a sketchy sector to have cold hards on.
Yeah.
He's been very gentle.
Yeah, it's the strategy is such a trade-off because you
Could
got
warm him
cold.
up there.
If you got cold hards at the start, you just drop back through the field, you lose track position. So it's a trade-off, whether you want to have track position or better tires at the end. But
Yeah, what we'll see now probably is Bram actually come out ahead of him when he pits.
yeah,
But he will be on colder tyres, so what he has kind of done is Bram has to pit now.
yeah, he has to cover him off.
He's kind of pushed him into it, because once Connor's... Yeah, and he is in the pits. And this is going to be really interesting to see. We probably will see Bram come out ahead, I'd assume, unless he's had a terrible lap. But we'll also see Connor be all over the back of him for that lap. So, like you said, race position is what he's decided to go for. And we can actually see in retrospect where Jav is in comparison to Connor is not that far off.
Oh, as we've had Rumpel have a spin again, just next to Jav actually, as you said.
Where's
that.
he going to come out now? So there you go. There's Bram. He's come out actually quite far ahead. So that lap, it shows how big of a difference it is. But look how slow he has to go. Look how much he's going to catch him. Those hards are very, very warm. The extra cars there just complicate things a little bit for these two drivers.
And he's actually gone wide, and he's
Ferrari
spun.
tactics.
Wow.
This is disgusting from Ferrari. Well, you couldn't have planned it any better. I mean, he was struggling already. He did take a very weird line because obviously the tyre temps, but that's just to go to show, like, pits, you do have to think about it this time, and it's a bit of a shame because we're probably going to miss out on the fight for first now, but...
Yeah, it's you've got to be more like you've got to watch a lot more where you come out on track this game. It's
Well,
you just want to
because you'll come out and you'll think, oh, I'm a good 8 tenths ahead of him, but you're going to lose so much time in the first sector.
Yeah, and it's more if there's a car in front of you when you come out the pits, that's fine. If there's a car behind you, you've got to worry because if they start attacking you, you're going to lose more time. So you just want clear space behind when you come out the pits, and it's about working out where you come out, really.
I agree. I actually think Bram's best bet there would have been to let Bosnia pass and use his DRS to fend off whilst his tyres warmed up. But this is Division 5. That's not a shot on him, but there's a reason they're a bit lower down.
It's a,
But
yeah.
it does make for a different experience of racing because
Oh,
what's happened here?
that Haas has just come out of the pits and
Oh
gone
dear.
straight across the track. I've just seen that on the offboard. Um, I think that was well. It's,
Pierre Sorrento, he was
yeah,
sat in
Sorrento,
P4.
yeah.
Look how much he's struggling on that. I mean, at least he's
Yeah.
warmed his tyres up for him. So,
Yeah, he was.
it's Harry and Ben. Sorry,
Let's have a look.
Ben's done really well to get back up to where he's at.
As we have.
And Jav has.
I think Jav kind of got caught in the crossfire there a bit.
I will not. That was not Relentless's fault. We did nothing.
Oh yeah, I've just seen it back. Yeah, interesting.
That must have been lag. I'm sure Jav. That must have been lag on his end.
Yeah.
That was not the best from Jav. I'll be honest. But I prefer not to speak.
Big trouble. Yeah, as Connor has got back up to P3 on the track, he just has Jay Hings and Jamie Met in front of him, who I think are going a bit. Are they on the hards?
They've not pitted yet. The front two. So
Jay Hings is on the mediums. Jamie Met is on the yeah.
He's done more laps on the mediums than he's going to do in the hards. That's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, he's on lap 15, so that could be very interesting. There's T-Brum does the fastest lap, but T-Brum was in clean air for a lot of that lap. He's now on the back of Bram, so that's how much it's cost Bram. But now we have Connor in clean air, so this could be a fastest lap of the race attempt from Connor. He is he's got about 20% of his ERS, so he's actually managed to save it.
I'm having a look at Hings' lap times. He's doing 36.3s to 5s. Obviously, he's not racing Connor, really, if we're being honest.
No.
He's racing, I'd say, around the midfield. I'd say, like...
Ben.
Let's have a look at Jav's times.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
He's lapping slower than the Jav and the He's losing about a second a lap, so it does show...
Yeah.
Staying out on those mediums has not been the best idea for him.
Bram has managed to get past Swip now. I think T-Brum's not going to be far behind him as a Swip should be into the pits sometime soon. I know. Well, the mediums could easily do that distance, so especially on lighter cars. So yeah, Swip should be in the pits. There's T-Brum all over the back of him. Is he going to look to overtake in this final sector as Swip goes a bit wide? No, he doesn't go for it. Down at turn 12, and is Swip going to come into the pits? No, Swip decides to stay out. So T-Brum's going to have to overtake him on track as Jav is going side by side with Sorrente.
Yeah, he's got the move done. He's not going to have DRS, I don't think, and he's derating, so he may struggle to hold on to the position, but Jav currently, top 8, will lose it again. He's going to actually
defend it.
This could be quite smart. I think he's going to let him pass. Yeah, no fight there, and he knows he's going to get DRS later on. So
yeah, good job from Jav there. Just got to hang with him for a few corners, which is easier said than done on this game. As we have old school into the pits.
In the fight for top 5 or higher, looking more out of place than a nun in a brothel at the moment. You wouldn't expect that, but he's currently doing all right.
Just catches me off guard every time.
Swip is struggling now with that tyre wear. He needs to box and get those medium. Is he going for the hard soft? That
he
would
might
be crazy.
Yeah, it's softs were never the easiest tyre to use around this track anyway, and especially with the tyre wear this year, it's a bit softs are a bit difficult to use anywhere really. Well, a lot more difficult than previous years anyway. But softs around this track is tricky. If you can drag it out, if it's worth it even, I don't even know if it's worth it. But we do have Jamie Met into the pits. Jay Hings is still going on his mediums on lap 17. So I have absolutely no idea how he's dragging those tyres out.
I tell you what, that Hings his times are looking slow. I don't understand this strategy. It almost feels like he's going for a medium soft, which would be... I don't understand that at all. Look how much he's crawling through. He is struggling at the moment.
And the thing is, he's got to watch that his tyres don't go pop before he gets the softs on, because...
I mean, they won't because damage is off. So
Oh,
he'll be
well,
fine,
yeah,
technically.
well. I mean...
But
yeah.
look how much time he's losing.
I forgot about that.
This just doesn't... It's not a strategy that's working.
Yeah.
He's struggling more than Ekin-Su after movie night. Like, he's in trouble. I don't understand. Look how... His time... I just had a look at his time real quick. He's nearly 2 seconds slower than the people he was around.
Ooh. That is... We have Serial Killer round on the exit of 6. So that's another one to fall victim to that corner. It's that's a tricky one. It's tricky for D1 drivers, let alone people in D5. But yeah,
What I'm looking forward to this season is Hinks finally comes into the pits. Surely he's not going to try to do 10 laps on the softs at France.
Oh, he is.
He is.
He is.
Oh, dear.
Well then, as Swip has got...
this is going to get really interesting.
Wow, Swip got a corner cutting penalty for entering the pits. Only a 3-second penalty, so he just went off the track.
That's not the same as I got.
Yeah.
I'm really interested this season to see Old School's progress, because I think we're going to see him be near the bottom and out the points like the first third of the season.
Yeah.
But I can just really see him starting to dominate the last 2/3, the last half of the season. And
Yeah.
it'll make him basically just chase the title, essentially.
Yeah, I think once he gets up to speed, then he'll be... Yeah, he'll just go. He just has to learn the ropes really with the wheel and having no assists and everything. But
And trust me, he will tell you now he won't celebrate D5 title.
Oh,
But if he
yeah.
wins a D5 championship, we will never hear the end of it. It will be like when United win a Carabao Cup. It will be treated like it is the best thing in the world.
as Jay Hings has actually come out in P5, so even with that, he's come out ahead of Sorrente. He's come out ahead of Jav, who's dropped a bit off the back of the Haas driver.
They must have been making some mistakes, but fair play to him. He's going to start gaining some positions now as well, because if he can make them last long enough, he's 13 seconds off the leader. So that's not going to go on, but...
Yeah, these tyres will they'll start to die after about 3 or 4 laps, though, I would have thought. So
he's got overheat. Like, he has to have pressures on nothing just to have a chance.
We'll have to wait and see on that one. He's just out of DRS.
He's not used to the grip.
Yeah.
He's turning him way too early.
He did manage to get DRS there. So
Harry, what has happened?
I
think Jav felt bad for hitting Harry early. He's just stopped and let him pass.
Fair enough. And
I think that's what's going on there.
Yeah. We get to see
a lot for Harry, by the way. He's managed to catch back up.
Yeah, he's done a pretty good job since then. Not had any mistakes really. Did have that penalty, but I think he might have got that before. But we do have Jay Hings now on the back of Ben Gallagher. Whether he's close enough, I don't know. He's got... Wow, I was about to say he's got a bit of ERS. Ben Gallagher's got a lot more, but he's used it to good effect, and he's gonna take the position into the chicane. And Mercedes is up to P4. Simple as you like. 8 laps left.
8 laps left. We're going to follow the journey of those soft tyres as they take you to oblivion. Lobby 2 has 14 drivers, which is not good to see. I'd have liked to take part in that. see how I did. Nothing really is happening for us now. Everyone's kind of settling in, finding their pace.
We do have United Bosnia right on the back of Serial Killer. Serial Killer is derating.
I don't think he's been above 10% since lap 2.
And United Bosnia has 50% pretty much. So this could be a very, very interesting battle. And not that he's just going to fly past him.
Swip behind him, who's just on fresh mediums.
Yeah, that could be interesting as well. That's how far Swip actually dropped back through the field.
Yeah, and Bosnia needs to get a move on then and get past Serial Killer as quick as he can, because Swip is on his way.
Well, Swip would still be in the points, but still pretty decent. As that
We
should
have
be
a
a
yellow
pretty
flag.
easy overtake. Yeah.
Harry Span and Jav is back ahead.
Yeah.
And Jamie, who we have not spoke about all race, having a very solid, just a solid race, isn't he? He's three
Yeah,
apple mediums. He's in 8th.
He went long, as did... Well, he started on hard, so he went to mediums, but he went long pretty much the same as Jay Hings did. And he's about 6 seconds back from him before the pit stops, and he's doing all right in P8. You could probably get to the back of Jav, where you can get further up than that with 7 laps to go. It's going to be a push. But, yeah, he's done a very solid job on that reverse strategy.
Oh, he's not got penalty either, so you assume he'll probably get ahead of Jav.
Yeah.
Obviously, bar a mistake, and we know mistakes are quite easy at this track. As Old School loses a position and drops down to 18th.
Yeah, he just had a spin coming out of turn 2. Very easily done as Jamie Met picks up the penalty.
So, that's our fiction. So I tell you what, Hings hasn't caught the top 3 as fast as I thought he would.
He's also still got Ben Gallagher in his DRS range, so it's not really pulling away
DRS
at
all.
all. Yeah.
Ben Gallagher has impressed me quite a lot this race. I think he got sent down the field. He's caught back up to P5.
Yeah.
These front 2 have been the ones. Bram actually has closed the gap because I know he had that incident, didn't he? So
yeah.
Unless Connor's made a mistake, Bram has been on the pace. I'll have a look at the race directory and see what I can gather from it. If there's not been like a lap really where Connor's lost a lot of time. Bram's just been really fast.
Yeah, he's got I think that's Ibo in front of him.
It is Ibo on the softs,
but
giving him the toe.
Ibo will be ghosted and has let them through anyway.
Go
Yep.
In typical Ibo fashion, he will not let his ghost decide the race winner today.
Yeah. That gap is coming down. It's 1.1. It was up at 1.9 or 2 seconds, something like that.
As Bram almost loses it there.
Yeah, that gap was high. That gap was high when they came out of pits. It's going to go right down to the wire. The only problem they both have is the ERS, and actually, T-Brum is not far behind, 2.7 back from Bram. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ben on the back of Jay Hings once again. He's managed to get closer. So I get the feeling those softs have already died.
Yeah, I don't know who told him medium soft was the way. Last game maybe. This game not so much.
No.
And it's quite funny because the last game nobody would ever want to touch the hards in their life on any track.
And now they are the go-to tyre.
But look at it. Those you can tell those softs are absolutely roasting. He's going for it now.
He might lose out on DRS if he does this, though. And he will. But Jay Hings got a penalty anyway.
And that was a really strange decision by Ben. I just sat behind waiting for DRS. It's not going to matter in the end. Ben does have DRS to use, I guess. But Hings has...
Yeah, Ben was not using down that straight, so that is...
Oh, look at that exit, though.
Wow. Hopefully, you would have thought... be able to pull away now. He's got back ahead. If the softs are dying, which they should be,
he's got the ERS in hand as well.
Yeah.
You're going to see this last sector now, though. Hings' temperatures are going to be absolutely flying.
We're going ball with him through the final sector, and there's a lack of turning.
Carl wants to carry on going right. Look at the gap. He's going to look at the gap Ben's pulling out just in this sector alone. Look at Carl wants to go in the pits. It's like it knows. Did he drop out of DRS? Just about.
Hung on. But he's got to watch behind him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose out to Sorian as well.
I'm
having a look at the gap at the front. Bram is just teetering on the edge of getting into DRS.
Yeah.
But they have nothing to use, that's the thing.
Yeah, they're kind of just stuck at the moment. They can't, neither of them gain down the straights. It's all got to be made up, really, a lot of it's got to be made up in sector 3 for Bram to have any chance. You need DRS really in the first down the pit straight to just keep you in play. As Jav picks up a penalty, we will stick the penalties on. That's very interesting. Harry Nawag has 17 seconds of penalties.
We don't talk about those.
Yeah.
We don't talk about those.
Just came out of nowhere.
Bram is dropping back a little bit now, and to be honest, this little spare, I know it's not a lot, ERS that T-Brum has, he kind of just needs to use.
Yeah.
He's in no man's land, and if he can at least push them into a mistake.
Yeah, he's in play if they get another penalty. So he's just teetering on the edge of that 3-second gap to Bram, as Jay Hings has actually managed to stay in DRS yet again. But this time, Sarante is just all over the back of him. So this one, we have Old School around again. That is turn 6. So let's have a look. He's managed to get going.
And this just goes to show, though, doesn't it? Really, we're all rubbish at the game if we don't run assist. Like we all need assist. The people that run no assist are better than all of us, no matter what.
Oh, cheers.
You're rubbish, mate. Now, do you run a line?
No, I don't.
Are you
no.
literally nothing?
I run nothing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're better than me at the game, 100%.
Yes.
1000%. But I run auto gears, bro. Just to go fast. I gained 6 temps when I turned auto gears on. That's how rubbish I am at the game.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, I rate you higher than most of D2 then, because we all need assists.
Ben's the best driver in the D2, so it's fine.
Ben's a fraud.
Don't tell him that.
No, he's a fraud.
We have to tell him that when he's here.
The hotel that he was talking about earlier. Then...
Oh! Sirante up the inside of turn 11. He tried it. Jay Hings just managed to stick in there. He's going to go around the outside of turn 12. What a move! What a move that is. I know the softs might have died, but that is... To stick it around the outside of turn 12 is...
And the hards as well. They're not
ridiculous.
the grippiest of tyres.
Oh, yeah. That is... That's the best move I've seen today. That is something.
And now he can get a charge on Ben, and Ben needs to start using, which he is doing.
It has helped Ben though, because he has now got that 2-second gap pretty much.
Yeah.
But and with
Sarante,
3 laps to
another
go.
driver though.
Oh yeah.
Got caught up in an incident and fell down the order.
And
what is this yellow for?
It is Old School again, I think. It is. Yeah, Old School. Turn 6 again.
He's not enjoying this, is he?
No. But I mean, no assists on a wheel. It's a learning experience for him. I guess the first like 10 races of the season are going to be a learning experience for him. So,
although wheel OP, so
I have been in this situation.
As Jess,
so
I was going to say gets past Bosnia, but it's because he spins. But
yep.
It's a position nonetheless.
Sarante just had a massive snap of oversteer coming out of the chicane, and actually it's given Jay Hings a chance again where he gets close to the
completely missed. Bram's made a mistake.
Oh, he has. Yeah. Wow, he is now 6 seconds back.
I'll try to see what lap that was on.
So he's lost about 7, 8 seconds there.
That was actually that lap.
Wow.
There, he lost 10 seconds that lap.
Wow, we have we completely missed that. Have no idea where that happened, but I mean, he's had a solid race other than that. He's been right at the front.
Oh, yeah, he was taking that very tight, but...
Oh. And actually...
Oh, Ben's behind him.
I was about to say, Ben Gallagher is right on the back of him. Should jump him on penalties.
He technically has a podium.
Exactly. And even if it's pre-season, it's good form. So, gotta build the momentum.
Oh, I see. So suddenly you want to race and pre-season matters, does it?
Pre-season should have points. Oh, he's picked up a penalty.
Oh, well, no, he's making it interesting for the viewers.
Exactly. It's all about the show, right? F1's all about the show.
But does that show he has no bottle in him?
He is a special one. He's not of the bottle, so he should.
I tell you what, Sarante didn't make that mistake then. He was on for second.
Yeah. And Yeah, well, yeah, he's 3.7 back, and Bram's picked up another
Oh.
penalty. So now he's going to drop behind Sarante.
Nobody wants to win as
Yeah.
Bosnia hits on lap 26. He's not going to have time to do a fastest lap, no?
He should be, unless he gets lapped, which he's not close to getting lapped because his teammate is.
Then Scott takes it.
Yeah.
Oh, and here they go! Side by side, Bosnia's going to have one chance to beat Scott's fastest lap.
This is all we care about now. We have.
Oh, let's not forget, Suribo was on a charge on those softs.
Oh, okay. So
Ibo's
favourite for fastest lap then.
I'm going to cut back to Ben and Bram for a moment because even though we know what's going to happen on pens, we do like an on-track battle. Try to showcase some good racecraft.
And we are on the final lap. This has gone way too quick.
Connor has,
wow,
in the end, dominated, but he's easing the tyres through. You can tell he does not want anything to mess up this win.
And so we haven't mentioned much, but T-Brum has just been there the whole race. Was third pretty much the whole race. When Bram made a mistake, he's up to second. But he's just been... That gap has stayed constant pretty much the whole time. So T-Brum, very good race from them as well. And yeah, as you say,
T-Brum was with Sarante, weren't they? They were third and fourth. And we were talking about how they were both on pretty much no ERS the whole race.
Yeah.
And he stuck it out there.
He's done a very good job.
I'd still say the two fastest... I'd say Connor, Bram and Ben have been the impressive ones.
Yeah.
But T-Brum and Sarante have definitely shown enough. The thing is, I don't know what D4's like, so I can't say who'd go up, if anyone would go up.
Yeah.
But
is Ben going to go for this on track? We're going to have
Connor
cross the line in a minute, but I just want to watch this. Is he going to try and go around the outside?
Around the outside.
Nah.
Disgust.
Oh!
Defense.
As Connor takes the win in the first evaluation race for Lobby 5. We're going to have T-Brum in second. It's going to be Bram cross the line in third, but Ben's going to get it on penalties. It should be Sarante up to fourth. Bram drops to fifth. Jay Hings on those softs in the end did manage to hold on to P6. Now, this is the interesting one. Where is Harry Nawar going to drop down to?
I'm going to say 12th.
Let's see. I think the gap's a bit too big. Yeah, I think 11th is going to be. Yeah, the gap to Jess is 21 seconds, so he's not going to drop further than that. So Harry Nawag drops to 11th from crossing the line in 7th. We had Serial Killer in 7th. Jav finishes 8th from the back of the grid, so very good job from Jav. Jamie Met 9th.
Overall from Jav.
Yeah, he shot up the field in the first about 5 laps.
Well, yeah, everyone seemed to die in the first 2 laps, and he didn't. Murdered one driver, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't mention that. What was it? Jamie met 9th. Swip manages to get home in 10th. Harry in 11th. United Bosnia did get fastest lap, but we still have Ben Scott to cross the line. Is he going to get fastest lap? Who knows?
No.
Jess did finish 12th in the end, but I think he's out of fuel. He's out. Yeah. Did he get jumped at the end as well?
Oh no, they're lap cars, I think.
Ah, okay. I think Ben Scott ran out of fuel probably just before the line. So, but there you go. Jav driver of the day, according to the game.
Incredible drive, incredible. What a hero to us all.
Exactly. He is second only to Ibo. So, which is a distinguished honour, I think. But there we have it. But we get to watch the new animation. I haven't actually seen this on the podium where there's still something going on with my screen with the lighting, but
and just like on my team, a Ferrari on the first.
Yeah,
typical
Ferrari domination. Well, one Ferrari dominating, the other one. I mean, he got fastest lap, so that is that. I guess. Connor definitely showed his pace in prison. Someone we didn't mention after, well, he left quite early on. The pole sitter, Time Pierre, left pretty much like 10 laps in. He dropped all the way down, but he had the pace in qualifying, so we'll have to see what grid he gets put on for next week. But there
your screen is having an epileptic fit. I can see on
yes,
the
yes,
screen
you have seen that.
Yeah, I'm going to run off to the toilet now. So
There we go.
enjoy the outro. I really need a wee for the last 12 laps.
As you do. But there we go. Evaluation race for Lobby 5 done. Good race at France. That was very enjoyable, and a lot of people showed their pace. Obviously, there was a lot of spins. You're always going to get that at the start of the game, especially with Lobby 5, which is drivers who are either learning the game still or just everyone's there to have a bit of fun. But the people that don't want to spend hours playing the game to get esports level. But yeah, a few spins, but a lot of good racing going on out there. If I'm not mistaken, Eloise will be back for a second evaluation race at Mexico, and yeah, the lobbies will be announced at some point in the next week, as will the commentary teams. So until next week, I've been RJ, he's been Nolan, wherever he is. And we'll see you on the next one.